Hi, my name's Mike Baldwin, and today we're going to have a look at pruning magnolias. Now normally of course we don't usually prune magnolias, they have a lovely shape and we don't need to bother with them. But if we do want to prune them, then there's certain things that are very important. One of the things is when to prune, and the ideal time is sort of early summer, and the reason for that is because if you do it later, then you have the initiation of the buds has already formed. So there's the bud, you can see that clearly, and because that's formed, if I were to cut that off now, I'm going to destroy next year's flower buds. Because we don't prune magnolias a great deal, the important thing is to prune them well when they're young so you don't create large wounds, because they tend to rot. So anything you can do to create what we call a formative framework is ideal. So that means that anything where a branch is crossing and growing into the plant, which could cause a problem later on in life, we want to try and reduce that. So I'd prune that back to a node or a bud or a lateral shoot to sort of keep the plant nice and open. If you've got parallel branches, so up here if we just look, you'll see you've got a lot of branches all growing and competing for the same place. And where you've got 1, 2 or 3, you can start off by taking out the middle one. So just prune that one out and that will free it up a bit. You can see I've still got another one, so I'm going to prune that one as well. And the one that's coming across here and turning back into the plant, I'm going to prune that out back again to a lateral. And we still got this problem of it coming back in. So again, I've still got to take a bit more out. This is a nice young shoot, but this is an older shoot, so I'm going to actually just remove a little bit of that one. And then that spaces that out a little bit. The one that's coming in, I'm going to remove that. And that now has evened that out. You can see I've got one here that is growing right through the middle of this. So the sensible thing to that, prune that off to stop that being a problem later. And here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't need all that amount. So again, I'm going to prune the middle one out and the middle one out of that one to space them out to give a nice group of 3. Okay, and really that's the key thing with magnolias when they're young. If you get the pruning good and spaced out, that'll solve a lot of the problems. So all the normal things, dead, dying, disease, dangerous, crossing branches, parallel branches, thin them, keep a nice goblet, nice open shape to it. Okay, so there's plenty of air circulation, so it avoids all that heavy pruning later on. So with Magnolia grandiflora, the evergreen magnolia from Bull Bay, you can see that the flowers are born right at the very terminal tips of the foliage, so you don't really want to cut that bit out. So often what we're doing is just removing branches that are coming off a wall. It's usually used as a wall shrub, even though you can use it as a standard tree as well. So this is Magnolia grandiflora, the evergreen magnolia, as a tree form. And if you were pruning this, all you need to do is a little bit of thinning on the branches. You can see though this has actually got quite a nice shape, so you wouldn't need to do a great deal to it. The problem is if you look on the side there, that could get too big and it could lose its balance and shape. So if you take a look at this Magnolia stellata, the star-shaped magnolia, look carefully at it, you could see that if you wanted to, you could remove the one on the right, and then that would leave you a nice shrub to the left. However, it still looks pretty good and you might want to keep it. The advantage about moving the one on the right, of course, would mean that the maple right to that would give that more sunlight and more shape. So that would help that shrub. However, in some situations, and in the situation we're going to look at, the neighbour wanted for this customer I'm working for, wanted the magnolia pruned back, and so we're going to thin out the branches. We're going to remove some lower limbs which are growing into a shed nearby and a fence, and then we're going to try and balance the shape up. It's overgrowing onto the property, so again I've got to pick out a shape within it and prune it back. So that's what we're going to do. So the first thing to do is to stand back, have a look, pick out a shape. So what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to remove a few of the lower branches. I'm certainly going to have to reduce the height of it to make it all work. So let's get started. So what I'm going to be using, I'm going to be using this pruning saw, and I've also got a little chainsaw, a little Netto one this is, and I've also got an extension for this if I need it, so that's what I'm going to use. First thing I'm going to do is to remove this branch on the left, which is one of the ones the neighbour wants removing. In order to remove the branch, what we need to do is to take the weight off it so it doesn't rip down the side of the main trunk. So we're going to do it in stages, so let's just have a look at that. So here we are. I'm going to just first of all remove this one here, and so in order to do that I'm going to cut a third from below. So cut a third from below, come slightly ahead of it at the top and prune down. And what that'll do, that'll take the weight of that branch off. You can see that takes that away nicely without ripping back. Now I can remove another chunk. I can use the same procedure just to remove a bit more weight. Again, third below, slightly ahead of it. There you go, that takes that off. And then what I'm going to do, move that out of the way, I just got to put a nice cut to finish it. So obviously we want a good pruning cut to finish it, where it's going to shed the water, and we're looking for where the plant will heal. So we're not cutting it flush, we're cutting it just slightly away to allow the collar, the branch bark ridge, to heal. So I think I'm going to have to go at that angle and watch that I don't catch that end. And so what I'm going to do is just cut in there, a slight angle. Just stop it compressing, just tilt it back a little bit. Ease off a little bit just so you don't go straight through. Slight angle there, branch bark ridge, and that will heal fairly quickly. I've got one or two shoots here which are congesting it, and they're growing out into this shed, which is a bit of a problem here. So this is actually growing straight into that shed. But I've also got to watch, I've got to reduce the height. So the thing to do next is to stand back and have another look. So I've had a little look, and I can certainly remove this little one here. It's not got a lot of growth low down, so I haven't did too much of a problem there. I've got two branches occupying the same space. The top one's growing straight into the shed. That one needs to come. There's been a bit of ingrafting here, but I think we're going to have to take the top one. It's grown straight into that shed. And again, what I'll do, I'll remove the weight first. So, okay, we'll get that in a second. And now I've removed that, there's a good angle here. You can see the branch bark ridge. See that ridge there? That's where the tree heals the best from that collar. So that's where I've got to cut to on this next cut. So that's what I'm going to do next. Get that cut. I'm going to come back this way because it's a better angle. And there we go. Let's cut that. I need to drag my debris away. I'm going to leave this one. I'm going to reduce it because it could be quite useful as a bit of lower height. So I'm going to leave that for the minute. I've got another branch over here which also is growing into that shed, which is a bit of a problem. So again, I'm going to have to remove that. There's not a lot else I can do about it, and then I'm going to have to look at how I'm going to reduce the overall height of the tree a bit. So again, I'm going to cut a third from below. Okay, same again, third from below, and come down just above it. Watch the shed. I'll let that fall away. Out of the way. And then once again, we've got to do a nice kind of finish on this to get that a good finish for shedding the water and healing. So again, come from below, just beyond the branch bark ridge. There we go. So that's the lower branches, the ones that have been causing some of the problems. Now I've got to look to see whether a crossing branches, whether a branch is going over into the neighbour. I've got one here, so I'm going to have a look at that one. You can see here's one that is going over. That one actually goes directly into the neighbour's garden, so we're going to take that one out. Again, we'll tidy up. Nice pruning cut to finish. That's it. And then again, we've got some cuts here. You can see where it's been pruned, and it's not been pruned particularly well up here. And they've left long stubs. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut it up here. Just going to again move away. That one, and we'll finish the cut. And it's looking a lot better. Now what I've got to do is, having got those lower branches, I've got to look in the top now and find a kind of target height. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to step back a bit and have a look from a distance. So I need to have a clear up as well. So you can see the balance is a little bit out. If you look at the balance at the moment, a little bit heavier on the right hand side, so there's a little bit of thinning to do on the right, but I've got to find a target height to cut back to and to keep quite a nice balanced shape. And I think I've got a target height I want to get to, which means just climbing up there a little bit and just to remove the top. So I'm going to go up there, cut it back to a lateral, and then we'll go from there. I'm going to use my little chainsaw, okay, just to save going up, save a little bit of work tying that up. That just locks in, and you see it can telescopic, you can extend the height. So that's quite good, so I will extend that a little bit, and I'll go a bit higher than I need just in case there's any rip back, and then we'll go from there. Let's have a little look at that. Okay, so you can see the shape there. We've got a nice little opening, so I'm just going to round that into there, cutting back to a lateral bud on the one behind and the one on the front here. So let's just have a look at the one on the front just to show you. So what I'm going to do, we'll just get, I'm looking at a lateral here, and there's a couple of nice buds underneath it, so I'm just going to prune that off. Okay, and then I'm just going to go back now to a bud. There we go. So that's pruned it back to a lateral bud, lateral shoot, so that's quite nice. Again, looking round to the right, just got to balance it up now. It's all about balance. And you can see here, I can just prune this one through here. That one there, go up a little bit higher. And then you can see that I've got a lot of work to do over the back, quite a lot over the back to get it balanced, and then maybe a little bit of thinning to finish it off. Okay. Regarding the time of the year, this is fine in the summer for magnolia pruning. This works quite well. What we're trying to do also is to try and send some shoots up from lower down. As you prune it, you want a portion to come through to maybe create a different shape. So I'm just going to balance up those 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces now, and a little bit on the left, and then we'll see what we've got. Okay. that a little bit there on the right, just a bit congested, and we'll do a little bit of thinning inside, but we've really got that now down quite a bit, and it still looks quite a nice shape really. So I'll just take that one off to the right. I think we've kind of got that a fairly nice shape now. Let's have a look back from over here. One or two little bits sticking up at the top, which we can just tend to that now. One to the left, a couple little bits just to keep that a nice shape. And I think if we just do that, then we're about done. You can see the Magnolia now, and you can see I've got a kind of a balanced shape, thinned it out a lot, and just look how much debris there is. Just a terrific amount of pruning material. Now it is going to shoot back, of course, and there will be some maintenance pruning to do now every year, but we've got that into a nicer shape. Still looks quite informal, and now I've got to get everything all packed into my trailer, ready to go off to get rid of it. So there you go, it just about wraps it up for today with pruning Magnolia, and we'll get some regeneration, and then we'll look at how we're going to prune it the following year. Okay, see you next time.